Hello, promo and poster collectors. Welcome to the Poster Packrat. I hope you stick around for the duration of this video, but just in case I lose you, please click those like and subscribe buttons. That will help new viewers discover poster collecting. Most of my channel's content is on retail posters and arcade posters. These posters were hung in shops like Electronics Boutique and arcades in Japan. The posters I feature are original posters, not reproductions or reprints. My long-standing advice is to buy originals. Genuine, authentic posters will always look superior and appreciate and value regardless of their condition. Sometimes collecting posters is as much about the art as it is the investment. Kept you waiting, huh? This is our first Metal Gear poster featured on Poster Packrat, and I call this one Infiltrate, for the Japanese translation middle top. This is most likely a pre-release poster, and if you know something about Japanese Metal Gear Solid posters, you'll see similarities between this and the later foil posters. I know of 4 total retail and promo posters for this game, not including the poster for Integral, released in 1999. The first poster was most likely the Maximum Thrill poster. It looks like the title screen from the game. Maximum Thrill is in English and printed beneath the horizontally placed Metal Gear Solid logo. I think that one may have been a Tokyo Game Show or other trade show exclusive. The one we're showing today, I call the Infiltrate poster, and was most likely the second poster produced by Konami's marketing and distributed much closer to the game's target release date. Notice the vertical Metal Gear Solid logo on the right. The 2 subsequent foil posters, gold and silver, share the same vertical logo placement, so 4 posters total for the 1998 release. And now a bit of history for a game that needs no introduction, but I'm giving it one anyways. Metal Gear Solid was so ahead of its time. Its impact on video games is still being felt. It created a high watermark for narrative-driven storytelling in video games and pushed them towards becoming more cinematic experiences, more similar to movies. Cutscenes became standard fare post Metal Gear Solid. As a retro game today, it holds up incredibly well thanks to its soundtrack and groundbreaking English translation produced by Jeremy Blaustein. For Metal Gear fans who don't know of Jeremy, his work includes a ton of hits like Snatcher on Mega CD, Silent Hill, and Vandal Hearts, and is still active in games translation. Jeremy's work here, though, was nothing short of revolutionary. He adapted and improved upon Kojima's often absurd writing, so it was more realistic and palatable for English-speaking players. In fact, Jeremy did such a great job improving Kojima's game that Kojima would later retranslate Jeremy's work back into Japanese for Eastern audiences for the release of Integral in 1999. This was unheard of in its time and still to this day. Jeremy was the secret ingredient in polishing Metal Gear Solid for Western audiences. I will link to an interview with Jeremy by Big Boss's Back in this video's description. He lets loose on many juicy details for Metal Gear Solid's production, and if you're a fan, you won't want to miss it. To sum this up, if you've ever felt shortchanged by the translations and voice acting in subsequent games, it's because Jeremy Blaustein wasn't involved. Round of applause now for Jeremy and his contribution to Metal Gear Solid. You need to write a book, Jeremy. it would be an Amazon bestseller. This poster is a B2 size Japanese retail poster. There's no price point listed, but it was likely used pre-release to entice pre-orders. The two foil posters mentioned earlier were used even closer to the game's release in post-release. So this is possibly the first retail poster hung at Japanese retail stores. I'm going to put up the B2 imaging specs now. A B2 is a narrow poster compared to North American and European equivalents, and it looks fantastic when framed and matted. It's not too big or too small, and after you purchase your first B2, you'll instantly see why they're such versatile posters for Japanese retail. Here's my CD graphic scaled to size. Because this is such a high-value poster, I can't reveal paper type, finish, or weight. I also masked off areas to help prevent counterfeiting, something I'll be doing on the regular now for high-value posters. I don't have a problem with reproduction posters as long as they include a mark that indicates they are reproductions. That mark should be noticeable in all images, but if it isn't clearly marked in such a way, that, my friends, is a counterfeit. And counterfeits are used to steal money from us on the secondary market. If you know of anyone engaged in producing counterfeits, I hope you call them out for it online and report them. If you're a new poster collector, always research your posters and sellers before exchanging money, and if ever in doubt, consult a spellcaster for advice. As far as the condition of this poster goes, the specimen we're viewing today is in near perfect form. There are no pinholes, folds, stains, tears, or missing pieces. The colors are bright and unfaded. It's all here in its full tactical espionage action glory. Now let's talk poster. The artwork for Kojima's Metal Gear games was created by Yoji Shinkawa. And here we're treated to a breathtaking scene between our heroes, Snake and Meryl. The pose and colors are blissfully romantic. It's almost as if we're staring into a B2-sized Valentine's Day card. This scene is colored with soft pinks, purples, and reds. There's so much romance on display, and I like it that Snake is holding his gun outstretched behind the logo, adding a bit of action to this scene. He could be waiting for some genome soldiers, or this could have a double meaning. The Japanese characters up top translate to infiltrate, coupled with the image of our heroes, and this could have another meaning. Wink, wink. When I was replaying the game recently, I couldn't help but notice how much the in-game character models look like Shinkawa's artwork here. The eyes are the same, and you can't really make them out. It's just a dark, shadowy area where you expect to find them. This adds a bit of mystique to these characters and makes them suitable for a wide range of narrative possibilities, and that makes for efficient art design and engineering. I like how this poster is really framing Meryl at its core. Snake is on the left, his arm and gun below Meryl. The bright Metal Gear Solid logo flanks at right. She is our center focus, and she looks model-esque, both protected by Snake and ready to unleash like the wild animal she is. If I hadn't called this one Infiltrate, based on the marketing signage middle top, I'd have called it Romance. In the bottom left, we have directed by Hideo Kojima, and the release date showing Thursday, September 3rd, 1998. Metal Gear Solid shipped on time in Japan and around the world a month later, and the video game industry has never been the same since. Now that we as players have experienced perfection, we want it all the time. Developers, on the other hand, feel the burden to match or exceed Metal Gear Solid's quality. Can you imagine how the devs at Blue Point must feel at this very moment? If the rumors are true, and they are in fact working on a remake, the pressure must feel extraordinary. And I'm going to have to close this viewing here for today. This is the only one of the 4 that I can afford at this moment. When I purchased it, it was around $300. But it has since climbed. The other 3 posters consistently pull in high numbers, so they're out of my budget range for now. I'm typically a $300 and below poster collector, and I have so many posters now I acquire them much more slowly. This episode was shot on a large black vinyl background. Today we have the poster as it is, without being touched up and no drop shadow effects. It doesn't look as nice, but that helps speed up production. I'm trying to work faster since we have so many posters to get to. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click the like and subscribe buttons on your way out. I'll be back next week with Sega's first take on 3D fighting games. My Twitter followers already have an idea as to what to expect, and if you'd like to stay up to date with my channel, please follow me there. Links are in this video's description. Thanks for watching my videos, likes, and subscribing. I couldn't share my enthusiasm without you adding your own. Until next week, unroll 'em if you got 'em.
No!